joined by Adele, longtime VP of Sales, Marketing and Revenue for Library Hotel Collection, and now the founder of Aspire Reputation Marketing, coming to us from Charleston, South Carolina, right?
That's right. I've been here for 4 weeks now, and I'm loving it.
Yeah,
it's a glorious day.
Cool. And I am at the very nice Margaritaville Lake Resort just north of Houston, recording for the day. So let's talk.
I spent 7 years in Houston.
Did you?
Yes. I was raised in New York, but I came to Houston to study dance, and then I studied hotel and restaurant management at the University of Houston at the Hilton College for Hotel and Restaurant Management. And I truly believe that my early years being in Texas taught me something about Southern hospitality that has stayed with me, so that I could recognize inhospitable or polite unhelpfulness when I saw it in other cities, in other places.
That's fantastic. We're all right down here. So, what's your experience been like over the past few months?
Oh, well, it started, of course, with the millions of dollars of revenue from the hotels just canceling like water through a sieve. Mm-hmm. And it was just the saddest thing to see. When I left my office on Times Square on March 13th, I never expected that I wasn't going to be back in that office on Monday. And yet the news got so dire that I said, I have to get out of the city because I cannot socially distance in a building with 1,000 people in it. There are too many people in the elevator, too many people in the lobby. I have to go, and I will help you, remotely. Although, it's difficult for a hotelier to work remotely, if they can't give everybody the ability to work remotely, and they couldn't do that because people have to be there to clean the rooms or check people in. So a few months later, I realized that New York was not going to come back very soon. It was going to be a long, slow crawl, and I didn't know what my future would be like to stay there, when I'd be able to come back. So after 20 years of very joyful work, achieving incredible things at the Library Hotel Collection, I said to Henry Callan, I want to keep working with him forever, but perhaps I will move closer to my parents who are in their late 80s, and I will be there for them, and I will keep my family healthy, and I will be there for a Library Hotel Collection anytime they need me as a client. So that's what I decided to do. And I really wanted to do this for a long time, because I've had so many people reach out to me over the last 15 years to say, how did you do it? How do you have this 5-star review success? How are you staying as the number 1, number 2, number 3 hotels in New York, top hotel in Budapest, one of the top hotels in Toronto? When we had a hotel in Prague, it is still in the top 10 and was number 1 when we first opened. So how did you do it?
Now you're going to tell us on this show.
Yeah, so I've been waiting all this time to be able to tell the world about it, and now my mission is to help as many hoteliers as I can. So thank you for giving me the opportunity.
You bet. So let's start here. What mistakes do you see hotels making right now?
Oh, this is a big one. I have a friend who says, she's from Africa, and she says, you can't be sitting under the coconut tree waiting for the food to drop. because the cheeky monkeys are going to shake the trees and get the food before you do.
Yeah.
You have to shake those trees. And what I'm seeing is when I talk to hoteliers in New York, oh, there's nothing we can do. Nobody wants to come. What can I do? And I think they're just so used to being able to just turn on the website, turn on the booking engine, be on booking.com and Expedia, and just wait for it to come in. But right now, there are many people within driving range of New York. I'm just using that as an example that I'm familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
But it applies anywhere. There are many people waiting to go on a trip to get away. They need a break. They need some time with their family, exploring something different. They really want a break. I hear it from all of my friends. But they don't know what restaurants are open, what museums are open, what life is like. Is it going to be, they remember what they saw on television when there were protests. They remember seeing when the streets just rolled up and were quiet. But in July, I spent a week in Manhattan, and I can tell you that the streets were alive. The parks were alive, the restaurants, outdoor seating, it was like very European and feeling fabulous.
So that big mistake is communication. They're not.
They're not communicating.
Right.
Email to tell your following, we're here. We're not just open for you. We're not just safe. We have restaurant. Here's a picture of, what's happening at Bryant Park. Rockefeller Center, the restaurants are open. Here are pictures. Top of the Rock is open. Here are pictures. MoMA is open. Here are pictures. They need to see it and feel it. And when they see that people are enjoying a quartet in the park, socially distant, with their mask on, and is it perfect? Is everything exactly the way it used to be? No. But on the other hand, it's still there to be enjoyed, and it's not crowded. You complained about the crowd in New York. You complained about the noise. Guess what? Not so noisy right now. So why don't you come if you have a car?
Right.
And you know what? A couple of weeks ago, I heard that the driving range, comfort driving range on some surveys, people, instead of saying they're willing to go 2 hours, they're willing to go 3. But I just heard a podcast this morning said people are driving as much as 8 hours to avoid a plane. And nobody's suggesting that you should take a plane if you don't have to right now.
Yeah,
but
I believe it.
Can have great experiences now. And hotels and restaurants and museums, they have something to offer. But people just don't know about it.
Yep. Yeah. Almost out of time because these are.
Sorry.
That's okay. These are really quick podcasts. But the time remaining is you got about 30, 40 seconds. Okay. Advice for hoteliers.
Your reviews are going to be the thing that brings people to your hotel. If you have complaints that you're not handling your masks, your social distancing, I just heard a travel agent say she saw somebody, the kitchen staff, all without masks, cooking the food. She saw a housekeeper putting the towels into the spa without wearing a mask, and she left that place. So if you want to attract business, please take care to enforce your situation, your safety protocols, and make sure that every single guest, even if you only have 6 guests tonight, every single one of them is happy, and they all are inspired to write beautiful reviews about their experiences. Love them. Sparkle sunshine on them. Help them get everything they need to have a great experience.
Sparkle sunshine. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, Adele.
It's been my pleasure.